I'm Anastasia, and this is something that helped me. I know every story is different, but I hope that in this you can find something to help you as well. Best of luck.
So I didn't really understand the severity of what was going on, I guess, because I really thought that Benjamin would be coming back to the same room after surgery. So I was not anticipating, as soon as he was wheeled down the hall to surgery, we had to pack up all our stuff and get out of the hospital room. I was not anticipating that. So we packed everything in the car, and then we had an entire day in the hospital just waiting. Just in case the surgical team needed approval for any changes, Bob and I had to make sure that at least one of us was right there in the waiting room throughout the surgery. And me, being a nervous Nelly, had to make sure that I was right there in the waiting room almost the entire time throughout the surgery. Actually, I think about after like 9 hours or so had passed, I was in a really stressed out situation. At that point, we were the only ones left in the waiting room, and every other person had gone home. And it was very late at night, and the hospital was darker, and even like the people that work at that reception desk had gone, and it was really just us. At that moment, I did step away for a while. I'll tell that story later. But anyway, for most of the time, we were just sitting there waiting in the hospital. And I thought that this would be great time to utilize some real long project with no specific deadline and nobody caring when it was completed. I just thought this would be a great time that I could utilize. And I'll tell you, the things that I thought would be the most helpful for me were not at all the most helpful for me, but I'll still tell you about them. I thought that I would post public thank yous on Facebook, post positive business reviews on the internet, do some journaling, make a list of positive affirmations. These are all strategies that had been really great distractions for me in the past. And I thought that at this time, sending some positive energy out in the universe would really help me. And I did them, but they did not really make a huge difference in distracting me from what was going on. So I'll tell you later, there are some other things that I also did that helped me a lot more. But anyway, I thought it would be really interesting to hear from you if you found yourself and you had an entire day ahead of you. It could be in the hospital or just wherever, in a quiet room with internet service. What could you do all day to stay busy? I'd love to hear. You don't necessarily have to share all 10. I encourage you to make a list of 10 things you could do to stay busy in your journal. But here in the comments, share with us, what do you think would be your top 1 or 2? I'd love to hear it.
It used to really bother me. Every single person would say, I don't know how you do it. And for me, I realized the answer is 1 day at a time, sometimes 1 minute at a time. People would say, I could never do that. Yes, you could, and you will. The journey is long and bumpy, but keep taking those tiny steps, and you can do this. I promise. Whatever is standing in front of you today, you can get through it.